Hello and a very good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us for your Tuesday dose of, well, launch party. And I tell you what, it has been so exciting here over the course of the last few days, weeks, months. We've had so many brand new launches, and it's something certainly that I've been touching on over the last few weeks because it's brilliant, bringing you all of these amazing new products. But here's the thing. With new launches, with new products comes sellouts, and that is what has happened over the course of the last few weeks and indeed the last few days. We were due to bring to you over the course of this show that amazing bundle of brand new nesting dies which launched on Friday. Sadly, the bundle has gone. The bundle is sold out. We've got individual elements that we can bring to you over the course of this show, but if you got your hands on that, amazing news. Also during this show, I was so super pumped, supercharged, super excited to bring you the reveal window dies. I was having a play with them before the show, loving life, going, these are amazing. Launched yesterday, of course, and actually the main bundle is sold out. We do have elements of the bundle available which we're going to bring to you on this show, and good news actually, if you're one of the people that managed to get your hands on the mechanism for that bundle, then great news, we've got some additions that you can get your hands on. So you're thinking to yourself, well, hang on a minute, this is a launch party and the two sort of newest bundles have already gone. I do have some good news for you though. I do have some very good news for you because in front of me, underneath my pointy finger, we have a brand new product to bring to you. This is box number 36 of our craft kits, our sub boxes, as some of you call them, and this is brilliant. If you've loved recently the scene creator card dies that we brought to you, but you wanted to dip your toe in the water, then these boxes are for you because they give you a little bit of something, a bit of a try me box if you like, so you can get this home for an absolute bargain price. Huge craftability in here, but you don't have to pay a huge fortune for it. But what I will say is, judging by this and judging by those, this could be the next thing to sell out over the course of the next couple of days. So if you love your sub boxes, if you know that you've got to get it because you've already got all other 35, or if you're thinking to yourself, hang on a second, what's this all about? For £25 or $25 plus 50 bonus points, then you will need to get your skates on. But I know what you're saying. You're saying, who's with you for the next couple of hours? Well, I've got one of the very best, and the lady who is charged with opening up this box and letting you have a little bit of a sneaky peek inside. The lovely Jan is here. Jan, good afternoon, good evening, and these boxes are brilliant, aren't they?
Honestly, they really are, Ben. I was really excited when this got put on the show because, as you know, I've got lots of these at home and I've got them all stored on my shelf, and this one in particular, the creator scene dies just are so simple to use. So I've got mine over here. I'm literally going to do an unboxing for you to show what's in it, all right, and then later in the show we'll actually do a demo to show you how that main concept die works from there. So shall we turn it round and let's have a little look then. So number 36. Yep. Create a card, craft scene, and as always you've got your inspiration on the top, over 290 elements, and I just think for the price that you're paying here, that is an amazing deal and would make an excellent gift as well. So not only collecting them yourself, if you've got crafty friends out there, absolutely beautiful gift with something in there that they can literally get crafting with straight away. Yeah. So here we go then, you know the format, we've got that beautiful packaging in there. And I've actually taken all my elements out of the packaging. I'm just going to show you the packaging now because we've got new packaging. Yeah, it comes so everything comes in these gorgeous little spotty envelopes in purple, which I would be hanging on to. You know, I'd be looking at using these as design paper. Never any waste. I have actually taken everything out so that it's a bit quicker for you. So the main elements then in the creator card scene are your two scenic dies, and we've got the most amazing sort of toadstool house. I fell in love love with this as soon as I saw it. And this is the one that I'm going to demo in a
Brilliant.
little while for you. But if you're not familiar with our creator card, what happens is that there are die cutting edges on some of the die, but not on all of it. So this outside edge here will actually cut away the shape, but this side stays attached to your piece of card. So lots of different ways of doing that when it comes to actually putting it on a project, and that's what I'll show you later. And then not just one, but we've given you a beautiful floral element as well. So this one could actually be portrait, or you could turn it round and have it on the top edge of your card and have it popping up as a landscape piece. But again, all around the top edge here will cut out that beautiful detail, all the detail within the die, but this bit here stays embedded in your card so that you can then get it to sort of hang off the edge, whichever sort of edge. You might want it halfway up a card with the back of it showing a bit higher. So many different ways to use them. So those are the main concepts in there. That's your metal work, all right? So, you know, I mean, once your money, if you were buying these individually, you probably wouldn't be paying much more than the
Absolutely
actual box,
right.
just for the metal work. There's a lot of metal there, and then everything else in the box is coming to you just, you know, as well.
Yeah.
So as always in there, I'll come back to the embellishments in a second. You get your card blanks, and there are 3 separate packs. You've got your 6x6, 5x7s, and then your 6x4s. So those are fairly standard, and along with those we give you the matching envelopes. And again, everything's white, but there's nothing to stop you decorating the envelopes. You know, you can stamp on them with things that you've got in your stash. And then as well as that, you're going to get a selection of paper and cardstock. And again, really, really pretty theme here. Single-sided paper sheets, but you've got a choice of patterns going on in there just to match up with the designs. And then you've got a double-sided cardstock in there as well, and that's all been designed to go, for example, you can see there, look, beautifully straight away, all coordinated to go with
Perfect.
your actual pattern papers. So you've got all those in there. And then you've also got some embellishments. So what I meant by actually gifting this to someone, you know, you've got the card blank to start with, you've got your paper and cardstock there to actually start matting and layering, you've got an element to put a focal point on your card, and then we've given you 3 different widths of ribbon, again to match that colour scheme. So you've got that gorgeous green, lovely baby blue and a pink layer in there in 3 different sizes to start embellishing with. And together with that, you've got your coloured pearls. Again, you can see that it's all been thought out. You know, you've got the same colour scheme in the pearls as we have in the ribbon that matches the paper, and then you've got a set of, I love these, those gorgeous dewdrops as well. So if you just wanted a clear one, okay, you can actually use the little dewdrops, and these will colour with your alcohol markers as well. So if you wanted to do something that was a totally different colour that you hadn't got in the set, you can actually colour these with your alcohol markers and actually turn the colour of them as well.
Yeah.
So really, really nice set. But again, as I say, it's all about those 2 pieces of metal in there. So we will actually have a look at this one later in the show, and I'll show you how they work. So I'm going to hand back over to you, Ben.
Yes. And I tell you what, loads of you already going for this. I just think these are brilliant. I love these creator card dies because it gives you, you know, that card with one pass. You've got the edgeable detail on there as well. And as I said, if you've kind of looked at these previously and you thought to yourself, well, I don't want to go ahead and buy a full collection, this is a great way to dip your toe in the water and give it a go. So much craftability with this, and it always says, like, well, so this one has got 290 individual elements, and it will make a minimum of 24 cards. That's what we always say on these boxes. You'll make more, I think. It depends how frugal you are, but the point here is you are always going to have, of course, those dies which you can then use again and again and again. Even when the consumables have gone, you've got those to work with for as long as you look after them, I suppose. Remember, brand new, you can be one of the very first to get your hands on these, and that price today is phenomenal, $24.99. Scrub that, because we know that the majority of you are platinum anyway, so that comes down to what, £20 or $20 for this craftability, and you get 50 bonus points this time around. We have pushed out all the stops. Let me know in the comments. You can get in touch on Facebook and on YouTube. Let me know if you've already popped this one into your basket. I'd also love to hear from those of you who just get these as a matter of course because you've already bought the previous 35. Let me know why you love them. Tell everybody else in the comments as well. Maybe we've got new viewers tonight who are thinking, oh, shall I go for this box? Do you think this is like a good investment? Tell everybody else why you love them so much and why they should absolutely, definitely go for this evening, particularly with that 50 bonus points as well, helping you up that Club Inspire ladder. Already loads of you in and watching. So lovely to have all of you with us. Lots of people mentioning about the Craftalog earlier on as well. Randy says, hello to Ben and Jan from gloomy North Dakota. Naomi's in from Florida, Evelyn from Colorado. Hannah Horn says, hi Jan, Ben, Crafters TV and crafty friends from the Wet Lake District, in brackets, no surprise. Devony says, hello from Peoria, Arizona. And Mary says, hello, good afternoon from Tennessee, everyone. I hope you're all having a good day. We are. And there's loads more comments coming in, so we shall look at those in just a little while. We will come back to your craft kit, box number 36. The other thing I need to tell you about are these nesting dies. So, of course, these launched on Friday and they proved really, really popular. We did have a full collection to bring to you, but sadly, well, no, not sadly, it's happily, isn't it, really? Loads of you have jumped in and already grabbed these, so we now only have individuals available for you. They are on a multi-buy, which is good news, 2 for 23 or 2 for 27, so let's show you these individually. They are absolutely gorgeous, and what I was saying to Jan a little bit earlier on, I love the fact that you've got so much detail in these, but I also love the fact, not only for your frames and your mats and layers, but I love the fact that kind of everything's been thought of here, because you've even got your little embellishments and your little flourishes here as well, and I suppose whichever way you have them, whichever way you use them, they are going to look absolutely gorgeous. The kind of dicer, I always think that if you're getting these as a beginner, makes you look like someone who's been crafting for years straight off the bat. That's what these are all about for me, because you look at the detail, you look at the level of intricacy, and it is phenomenal. I know Jan's got some finished samples the other side of the studio, so that is your filigree frame. Shall we have a look at Jan's finished sample, or do you want me to keep going with the others that we've got available? Jan, yes. Oh, that's a... yeah, that's a...
I've got a mixture over here for people that have bought the...
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, let me keep showing you what else we've got then. So we've got the delicate lace frame for you as well. This one is still individual, it's available individually, as I should say. And again, absolutely stunning, $12.99 or $14.95. If you want to go for this one, that is still just about hanging around. And then the one I haven't shown you is your abstract frame. And once again, so much versatility with this. Look at this. I mean, seriously, if you have a die cutting machine, get this one into your life and look at the kind of beautiful cards that you will be able to create. If you missed out on the bundle, for goodness sake, do not miss out on the individuals, or go for them on a multi-buy. 2 for 23, 2 for 27. Low stock on these is all I will say. Let's have a look at some of the finished samples, and this might give you a bit of an idea, sort of put in your mind just how gorgeous your cards can look with these. It's kind of, as I say, you look like an expert straight off the bat, don't you, with these?
Honestly, it does, because the die does all the work for you. I've got a complete mixture here, so some of you that bought the bundle will be able to recognise some of the other dies, and obviously we've just got the 3 left for sale today that Ben's just shown you, but this is the kind of thing that you can actually do. But there's nothing to say, that design couldn't be done with one of the other dies. So I just like the idea that this wasn't square. It's just something that little bit different. And then obviously we've got your more traditional style cards, but again, really, I think that one's got quite a retro look to it. I could imagine it with one of those beautiful, if any of you remember the Roaring Twenties ladies that we did a couple of years ago, I think that would look lovely with one of those ladies in the middle of there, wouldn't it? And then you've got some more of the square ones there, just to show you ideas of what you can do, just layering them up there with sentiments in the middle. And then we've got this one, just look, done in the black with a little bit of gilding wax on it. Never ever gets old. I think that looks really luxurious. I'm going to use this one in the demo, this abstract one. Again, using those panels to create shaker elements in there. So you've got a little few bit shakers inside. And then the one that I'm actually going to create for you, as I say, is using that abstract frame. We're going to actually make it into an easel card. So I'm actually going to show you how to cut the dies and literally make it into an easel using the frame as the actual card base. And again, you can do this, it's dead simple.
Yeah, you see, I always think when you see something as delicate as that, you always think that you have to kind of like layer it onto something. I never kind of compute and think that could be the actual card.
Yeah, and it literally, again, they fold flat, you know, so you can pop them. There's a little bit because we've got the ribbon in there, but again, you know, it will all fold down, so you could make a little box for it. You could actually put another one of the dies on the top to link the two together. But I'm going to show you, first of all, how they cut, and then we're literally going to put them together with that gorgeous colour scheme just to make that little easel card. So I've actually got my set out here, and in this particular one, the abstract frame, you're getting the square frame, which is a 5-inch square frame at the beginning, but not just the frame. Like Ben says, you know, you've got all the other elements inside. So I'm going to take the frame off because I want to cut that piece. But you can see we've also got that circular part there, and that's actually going to cut out this piece. I've actually got one cut ready here, so you can see how we've got that lovely sort of circular element, which is going to build up just the right size to fit in the centre of my frame there.
Yeah.
And then you've also got a plain circle. So again, this creates the next layer, so to speak. So again, I've actually used this just to cut out a plain layer, and I've stamped on there just for you. But if you cut this in conjunction with this part, this doesn't have a cutting edge on the inside, so you can see it's left a solid circle. But if you cut it with this one on the inside, you're going to make yourself the most delicate little frame to actually work again, you know, either layering up or using on it on a different project. You could actually put acetate behind there and just make a little dinky shaker element, so many different ways. And then finally, you've actually got that embellishment piece as well. And again, I've cut some of this ahead of time. I'm just going to show you how that main die works, but just those little tiny pieces there, just to finish off, just to give that little extra sort of touch that it's all linked together. So some of it's already cut, but I actually wanted to show you how well these actually go through. So I've got a piece of white stamping card, and I've actually got my larger Gemini out purely because I need it later on in the show. So just to build up that plate combination, then I'm going to work on my clear plate, and I'm going to pop this face down, and I'm just going to secure it in place with a little bit of tape so that it doesn't move off the card. So that one on there like so, just pop it down, and then it's an ordinary thin metal die.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pop it through without the metal shim first. I always prefer to try anything like this without the metal, because if it doesn't need it, there's no point in applying pressure where it's not needed.
No.
And that's sometimes where you get the card warping. So I always try it this way first, and if it hasn't quite got the pressure it needs, then you can add your metal shim in afterwards. So what I'm going to do is actually have a look, flip this over now and have a look and see. But honestly, if I look at this now and just take that off my tape, I can tell without even worrying. Let's just have a look at that middle centerpiece there, whether I've just got a little bit here that's not quite. So in that case, I am actually going to pop my metal shim, she says. Have we got a metal shim down there? Yeah. Okay, so just pop that on underneath, and then pop that one on there just to run through again. Okay. So as I say, it's always better to check it first, because if you go for all the plate combination to start with and it applies too much pressure, as I say, sometimes you can get that ruckling in your card, and it's not easy to get it flat again once it's done that, because it's the pressure from inside the machine. So just double check it and see, and this time with that metal shim on we should be absolutely fine. So just pop that one, whoops, to one side. And then those areas that weren't quite done before, I can see now have actually come through beautifully.
Lovely.
So just take that tape off, and then we'll get rid of the plates there for a second. We've got a waste piece, and then just carefully, I'm going to remove that from here.
Okay.
And either your die brush or your pokey tool. I've got my die brush. There we go. Oh. Just will probably be a bit quicker than actually using the pokey tool. So just to run over those pieces where they're still in the die, and you can see there how beautifully it's actually die cut through all the pieces. And then you get that gorgeous filigree design on there, which if I pop that over a piece of darker colour card, you can see there that intricate.
That is gorgeous.
Just beautiful,
So
isn't
much
it?
detail there, isn't
You
it?
know, that technically one pass through the machine if you'd done it with the metal shim first, but the detail on there is just absolutely beautiful. There's no element of it not cut.
Yeah.
And then you've got that space in the middle now to start layering up. So we're going to actually look at popping the purple piece in there, and then we're going to build up with the sentiment in the middle. And you can see how, you know, we've not done much there, but we've got a really nice design coming on. So let's have a look at popping it together then. So what I've done, I'll sort that out in a second.
Okay.
Just get rid of some of the bits off here. And I've actually cut it 3 times. So I've done exactly the same as what we've done, but I cut it 3 times altogether.
Okay.
So I've got 2 that are actually just as they've come through the machine. And then the third one, I've gone diagonally from point to point and popped a score line in it to actually fold it. So I just want to secure that score line now with my bone folder. And again, just be careful where those filigree elements are. And then on one of the opposite corners, I've literally just popped another score line about an inch from the edge of the corner there to fold this one back up.
Okay.
So again, just nice and gently make sure that that's in place. And then what we're going to do, we're going to attach the little bit that I've just turned back to the corner, and these are going to line up perfectly because they're die cut. So for that one, I'm going to use my dotty tape pen because we're on the back of the filigree there. So nice and light again, just across the back of that piece that we folded up. And then this is going to line up perfectly with the one underneath. So we've actually started the beginnings of our easel card there.
That's brilliant.
Yep. And then this one is going to stick on the front. And again, all those pieces line up. So it is almost reinforced a little bit there because we've got 2 layers on that bottom half, which is what will help the weight to make it stand. So again, just on this front piece, I'm going to use the dotty tape pen just lightly again on there so that the glue doesn't go through underneath, and we may as well carry on with that one on there. And then again, just in any corner, because the design's the same all the way around. So I'm just going to separate that from the bottom and straight over the top, just line up your die. Perfect match over the top, and we can seal that now on that bottom. So you can see where we're actually starting the beginnings of that easel card. Now what I'm going to do just to help it stand is just take my scissors and snip that bottom edge, okay, just to give it a flat edge there, because this is going to sneak behind the stopper for it to stand up. So just a little tiny fraction off there. Let me just move those out of the way a second. So then we've actually got our layers. So I've got 2 pieces of the purple, and then I'm going to pop the sentiment in the centre of the other one. So we'll pop a couple of foam pads, I think. We'll be brave. We'll be brave. I've not used any today, so...
they should be behaving themselves.
They should,
really.
hopefully, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
As I say, I think it depends on how long they've been in there.
No, I agree with you. And I also think it depends on the temperature of the studios.
Yeah, maybe.
Which tonight are a little bit on the tropical side. I don't mind telling you, a little bit warm in here tonight.
So again, just take the backs off those, and we're literally just going to pop those in the centre there. So that's going to go in the middle of one of those circles that we've cut.
Beautiful.
And they were done with the rest of the die. If you remember, I said that there was the extra frame, which is what I've cut the purple with, and then the little plain circle to cut that sentiment. And then I've just chosen a stamp from my stash. So we're going to look at this one now. So in the bottom section, I just want the actual plain piece. So I'm going to pop that on with my double-sided tape pen. I don't like to waste the dots. I prefer to use those on the filigree sections. And we're just going to centre that now in the middle of that one at the base. Okay. And then when we close it, we're going to pop this one in the centre there. So again, I'm going to use some get my tape pen sorted out, some ordinary double-sided tape as opposed to my dots, and get that one, make sure we're the right way. So that's going to stand, that's facing the right way up, and then just get that one in the centre there. And then the little extra pieces that I've die cut, again, we can use that dotty tape pen, just gently, whoops, and we're going to pop one on the top there. Try not to pull the edge off like I did. Okay, and then I've got the second one literally on that bottom piece there, and I'm just, those are very, very delicate on the edge there, so rather than risk actually snagging it again, I'm just going to put a little bit of wet glue because I was a bit heavy-handed with that top one, and we're going to pop that one underneath there, just
That's
again
brilliant.
just to frame it. And because I didn't catch those pieces at the top there, let's just pop a little bit of glue under those as well. As I say, they were a little bit fine for that tape pen. Whoops, it's lost it again, look. So again, we'll sneak that bit back under there and no one would ever know. And then that one.
Brilliant.
And then again, just to finish off, I've actually got, because we need a stopper for our easel, I'm just going to use a little bit of the double-sided tape because I've not got my glue gun tonight. And then I've actually brought a gorgeous piece of purple ribbon, which is going to create enough height for that to actually stop behind. I just need to take a little bit more, I think, off the bottom there to get it to stand. There we go, look, behind there. And then all I'm going to do, Ben, I've got some little pearls that I'm just going to decorate the last little bit with. Okie dokes.
Phenomenal. And that, again, a great demonstration that, yeah, straight away, cutting yourself one of those beautiful frames to use for the actual card itself. I always think you have to matte and layer, but no, absolutely stunning. Devon on Facebook just saying, I absolutely love these nesting frame dies. Love the nesting dies, says Marilyn, can't get enough of them, just so versatile. Marilyn saying, so inspiring. And Lorna Jane just saying on Facebook, good evening, Ben, Jan and Team Social, those who make it all work and all my crafty family. Doesn't that easel card look amazing? I mean, it does look amazing. And actually, very achievable for all.
Honestly, it's just die cutting.
Yeah.
You know, the machine does all the work. Once you've got those dies, you know, you've got them forever. They don't wear out. You know, the only way you could damage a die is by overlaying it with another die.
Yeah.
So as long as you're careful when you put them through the machine, you've got those forever. Just think how many, this is just one option that you could do with those dies. There are so many different ways that you could use them. But yeah, just giving you the idea of that lovely, I love the see-through element of this. It's just that bit different than having it on the front of a card. So yeah, just for you there. And that was the abstract frame that we've used on that one, which is still available for you.
I mean, come on. As I said before, and Dennis just proved that. Like, I mean, do you know what? After having done some, this guy did some live die cutting a little bit earlier on when we Gemini MIDI. I reckon I might give that a go. I reckon hopefully, if me and Jan get to do a craft along soon, one of those, I reckon I could give that a go. Getting a bit adventurous in the old age. But the point is, straight off the top, you have got the ability to make these. If you've got yourself one of our fabulous die cutting and embossing machines, if you've got yourself this set, you can recreate that. And this is the actual frame that Jan was using there, the abstract frame, which is gorgeous. As I mentioned, if you have just joined us, sadly, the main collection has sold out, but we do still have 3 of the frames available for you. This is that abstract frame, all right? So all 4 elements allowing you to make so many different cards. I tell you what was a real kind of eye-opener for me as well. On one of Jan's finished samples over there, I always think of these as being sort of very sort of vintage and sort of quite grown up and serious, if you know what I mean. But then there was one of the cards over there with like a shaker element in it. So there's so many different ways to be able to use them. $12.99 or $14.95 if you want to go for your abstract frame. These are on a 2 for $23 or 2 for $27 for you as well. We've then got your delicate lace frame. Again, this one's still available for you individually, or if you want to bundle this up, you can do as well. All very, very beautiful. And again, using this sort of matting and layering it up to create that gorgeous, gorgeous card. What have we got on there? Special friend. And again, using it vertically, using it horizontally, you've got so many different ways. And again, if you want to use all of the different layers and then really go to town with it, you can do, or you can keep it quite stripped back and quite simple should you want to do it that way also. We've then also got available individually the filigree frame, which is this one here. So this is the last one of the individuals available for you. Again, plenty of detail, plenty for you to be working with. And again, take a look at the kind of things that you can create. Really love that. For all sorts of occasions, choose your cardstock, choose your paper, and honestly, you can make these for all sorts of occasions. And this one here again, which Julia designed, I love. Again, just using the actual frame itself to make the card and then layering it up with the other elements. Bit of decoupage going on there too. That is your delicate lace frame. $12.99 or $14.95 is the deal if you want to go for those, or 2 for $23 or 2 for $27. The bundle's gone, but this is a great chance for you to take advantage of these whilst they are still here. Now, this next deal that we've got for you here, you saw this a little bit earlier on. We saw a little bit of a sneaky peek of this on our wake-up call. This is the Out of This World deal! Yes, Jan!
Deal.
Yes, Jan, you remember?
I've been working with you too long now, haven't I?
Yes! I'm so pleased
Oh,
about
bless
that.
him. It doesn't take much to make you happy, does it?
Now, what is out of this world about this deal? I will tell you. The pens that you're going to get, your Triblend brushes, are worth £80 or $120. So these are your Triblends, that Japanese nib, the beautiful brushes in there. As with your Triblends, they've got that 3-in-1 blend for you. So again, if you're someone who's kind of struggling to get that perfect hue, that perfect blend, you've got it. 24 pens, all right? And you've got the 3 different blends, the light, the mid, and the dark, per each pen with that gorgeous brush. And of course, 24 of these with 3 different colours or 3 different hues equals 72 colours if you want to look at it like that. Now, these, as I say, worth £80 on their own, okay? Because that's amazing. You're saving £20 already. You're saying to me that is an out of this world deal. I love it. However, this is where we go crazy. This is where we go to town and go, well, we like that, but that's kind of a sort of a out of this sort of county deal. You know what I mean? It's not quite out of this world, out of the county, maybe. We need to add something a bit more to get out of the country and then to get out of the world. So what we do, out of this county deal, no, out of this world, we go and say, look, you can have the Sarah buddy bag to go with it. And guess what? You've got the ability to pop your pens in here for when you're traveling out and about, if you want to get things nice and stored in your craft room. What I love about these Totally Tiffany bags, see-through, so you can see everything that you've got in here. You've got that plastic shell to keep these nice and supported. And also, look at this, right? Once you're using this on your craft desk, they stack absolutely beautifully for you, so you can see everything that you are using. Everyone's very tickled by my out of this county deal.
You had to wait until I just had a drink, didn't you? It all came down my nose.
Yeah, it's a brilliant, brilliant deal. Again, I love these because they're super sturdy. You've got the hook and mesh system to keep everything in place. You've got your little handle there as well. So if you are thinking of, visiting crafty friends, doing a bit of crafting around, somebody's house, you have got the ability to be able to pop those in there, take them with you wherever you go. And it's got that 3-step platform in there, as I say, for you to be able to load these up and see exactly what you are using. That is an out of this world deal. Deal.
Deal. Deal. Deal.
Deal.
Deal.
Deal.
Deal.
Deal. And don't forget, you can take another 20% off that price. So that comes 20% off that. That comes down to £48. £48 or 9.18. It's pretty much down just over $71. Are you joking me? That is bonkers. That's why it's been flying out of here. We literally touched on this in Wake Up Call earlier, and loads of you have been going, say, what? and you've been grabbing it, and I'm not surprised. Now, this craft kit, no, I haven't got a cup of coffee behind there. This craft kit is flying out the door, and I'll tell you for why. We have got people who are watching right now who are going, well, I've got 1 to 35, I've got to get 36. We've also got people who are new crafters going, oh, I quite like a little bit of that because I'm not spending a load of money, but I've got everything I need in there to make loads of different projects. And then we've also got people watching going, oh, this would be a perfect gift for my friend who likes crafting. I don't have to spend a lot of money, and they've got a huge amount of craftability in there. These are flying, and these will go. So if you have anything in your basket right now, let's give you time to check out, particularly if you've got box number 36 in your cart, because they are very, very popular indeed. Let's give you a minute, 90 seconds or so, to get your baskets checked out, and we'll be back with more inspiration with our Jan in just a few moments' time.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
Are you entertained? There's lots of laughter going on the socials apparently. I can't understand why. Bianca on Facebook is saying, hi Jan and Ben, I absolutely loved the craft along this afternoon. You were lovely to listen to, Jan, and work at a nice pace. I've always said that about Jan. Lovely to listen to, works at a nice pace, easy to follow. Tracy's saying, this is why I like the demos. They make you look at the dies differently, getting outside your comfort zone. Lynn chatting about the monthly box saying, I love the monthly craft boxes and the new one looks just as amazing as all the rest. I think if you've already got any of these, you'll be coming back just for the value for money with these. They're always full of fabulous craft goodies to craft with, says Lynn. Evangeline on YouTube saying, Jan, you are awesome! I love your tutorials about certain products. Karen saying, I ordered the Triblends, I already have them, but I can't resist a good deal. That's the thing, even if you've already got them at this sort of deal, get them and maybe gift them to somebody else. Evangeline also saying, all those Triblends fit so well in the Sarah bag, I love it. And Evangeline also going on to say, everyone is asleep, but I'm trying to contain my laughter. I love Ben. Apologies for that. There's some of the random stuff that goes on in my head. Right, let us have a look at this. Your Scene Creator card kit. This is brilliant. Box number 36. Always huge value for money. And again, I just see these as a great gift idea, a great way to do a lot of crafting for not very much money. But also, again, they all sort of feature and focus on a different sort of idea, and it may well be that you've seen these previously and you haven't wanted to fork out a huge amount of money on a particular bundle. So I always think these are a great way to dip your toe in the water. But then actually, and as a lot of people have been commenting on, the fact that you get 2 dies within this kit for that price, and it's something that Jan touched on, that's almost your money right there, particularly when you think to yourself, well, you're only paying 20 because you're a platinum member and you get 50 bonus points. It says you can make, around about 24 cards. You'll make hundreds of cards because if you look after the dies, you'll always have them. But if you did miss the unboxing that we did at the start of the show, I think it's definitely worth going back to Jan, getting her take on this and having a good look through absolutely everything that you get. Why do you love these boxes so much, Jan?
I just think you've got everything together. You've not got to go rooting through your box to find paper that matches. You've not got to decide which, set of dies you're going to use today. And then when you've done your card, you root, if you're anything like me, rooting through the drawer to see if I find a piece of ribbon that matches what I'm doing and I've not got the right colour, it's all here for you, all in a box. Like Ben's just said, we always put a minimum of 24 cards because that's how many card blanks you get. But obviously, continue using the papers that are left, continue using your dies into other projects, mixing and matching with things that you've got in your stash. You're going to get way more than that out of them. You know, even using the papers to make your own envelopes with, there's all sorts of different ideas. So for anybody that's just joined us, we're going to have an unboxing again, and then I'm going to go and do a demo to show you how these edgeable dies, the creator card works. So inside then, let's have a little look. We've got our gorgeous pieces of metal, which is what this one is all about. So again, if you're not familiar with the concept, you can actually see on here that all the way around this decorative edge, we've actually got a die cut in edge. So this is all going to cut out beautifully. This side, where the bulk of the metal is left, there's no cutting edge. So this is going to stay attached to whatever part of your card you choose to put it on, whether it's, you know, going on the front, whether it's going as an insert, whether you're making it on a larger project, you know. So this bit stays in place, but you've also got all these gorgeous sort of elements that are going to emboss as well. And I just love, I've not seen anything like that one, I don't think. Little Toadstool house there is absolutely beautiful. But then not just that one. I mean, I'd be quite happy if I opened the box and I'd just got that in it. But to be honest, you know, we don't do anything by halves. So again, we've put another really, really versatile die in there. So, you know, flowers cover the majority of occasions. And again, what I like about this one is that you can use it in that portrait on the side of a card, or because it's sort of fairly universal, you can turn it around and use this landscape. So it could actually be the top edge. You know, you can have it popping up off the top of a card. In fact, I think there's one on the front of the box here, this one, where it's actually been cut into the top edge of the card. So it can come down the side, can go across the top there. So really, really nice to use. So that's the main sort of concept of the box, but then you get all the other bits and pieces in there. So as always, we always put you card blanks in there in the 3 sizes that you've become used to. So a 6x6, 5x7 and a 6x4 in there. And to go with those, you've got the corresponding envelopes. So that's enough to make your 24 cards. As I say, what happens after that, if you've got bits of paper left or you make your own card blanks, you can just carry on with it. And then the most gorgeous selection of pattern papers. I'm just going to move the box out of the way a bit, and you've got the cardstock as well. So if I just fan these out for you, you can see the different colours in there. So you've got double-sided card in there. But then if you look at these, you know, for example, I actually teamed up these two earlier. That would be a gorgeous match for matting and layering there. You've also got those beautiful dots in there, look, that go. If you like the monochrome sort of look, you've got those two there that match perfectly. Beautiful. So, you know, the work's been done there. All you need to do is translate that into your design. So you can see here lots and lots of different styles, stripes, dots. Got those gorgeous rose panels in there. You've even got the paler pink cardstock in there as well. You know, so complete sort of variety for you to use with those designs. And then on top of that, I'm not done yet, we've actually got embellishments as well. So we always pop some embellishments in so that when you've actually made your cards, you can look at embellishing. So again, in the same colour scheme, we've got 3 different widths of ribbon for you. So if you're wanting to add bows or little ribbon elements on there, you've got the 3 different sizes. And then just to finish off, you know, in my opinion, no card's complete without a little bit of bling. So we've got the pearl finish in those colours, and then you've got those lovely little dewdrops, which, like I said earlier, you can actually colour these with your alcohol markers and turn them into like a translucent coloured embellishment as well if you want. So a really, really nice little box. And as I say, we're going to show you how to make this one with that gorgeous Toadstool house on there. So we'll just move that one so that you can see there. So we're actually going to have a look at how to make this one in a second.
Love that.
Okay.
So cute. Of course, if you want to get yours now, you can. $24.99 is the deal on this. or £20, isn't it, pretty much, or $20 if you are a platinum member. 50 bonus points as well. Loads of you getting in touch. Once you've made the enclosed cards, the dies and stamps are perfect for future projects, says Connie. Jean says, I can't wait to get the monthly subscription. And Joanne saying, great value for these dies, and I love the prints and the paper. There's always gorgeous papers within these boxes. The kit looks like a great buy for the money, says Kay. It is, honestly, like you think about the size of the metal dies that you're getting there. I mean, the money's almost in that, isn't it? And then everything else, I think, is almost like a bit of a freebie. And then Kay saying, that Toadstool die is going to be fun to use with the fairies. Oh, fun. Yep, absolutely. If you've got any of those fairies, unicorns.
What you've already got, the integrate, lovely, yeah.
And Sally just saying, Ben, your Daisy would love this box. She absolutely would. I didn't mention, did I, that she fell off a bike on Sunday. She's broken her wrist.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh bless!
I know it's not funny, but what is slightly ironic is we're always telling them to go out and about on their bikes, my son and daughter, because we live down a little sort of lane, it's a dead end, so they're fine to do that. And they're always, I don't want to go on the bikes. Don't want to go on the bikes. And on Sunday, I was out playing cricket, managed to get them out on their bikes. My wife sent me a picture going, I finally got them out on their bikes, and she sent me a lovely picture on WhatsApp of them waving. 20 minutes later, I had a text message going, oh, Daisy's fallen off her bike, we're in A&E. So she's broken her wrist, can you believe? So, but the thing is, she's now broken her left wrist, and apparently she's incapable of doing anything. We're having to wait on her hand and foot. Everything has stopped working over the course of the last few weeks. But yes, crafting, I think, might be definitely on the agenda over the course of the next 6 weeks while she's got her cast on, which will be nice. She's certainly not to do any more bike riding, horse riding, trampolining, running around, anything like that. So there we go. She has to do her homework though, Georgina. She has to do her homework. She broke her left wrist, and thankfully she's right-handed. I had a message from my wife earlier saying that she's come home from school today and everyone's signed her.
That's half of the excitement.
Isn't it? So there we go. But thank you for mentioning that, Sally. Yes, we will be doing some crafting for sure. Right. Let us get over and have a look at this Toadstool in action, shall we? Yeah,
let's have a little look. So, what I've done is I've just taken piece of cardstock from the stash, so this is just white stamping card, or you know, if you've got a lot of cards, you can actually cut your card blanks down to use them, but I've just added a little piece in from my stash, and then this is a piece of that double-sided cardstock from the box, and I've just inked a little bit round the edge.
Okay.
And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stick these two together, and then we're going to die cut through both layers at the same time. So it's not a mega heavyweight cardstock in the boxes, so we should be okay to go through both layers. So I'm going to pop this on the top as a matten layer in effect. I've just left a little border around the outside there. And then we're going to take our die and pop this on. Whoops. It's just the right size to actually go on here like so.
Perfect.
So we're going to cut out this edge and leave that lovely shape at this side, but this bit's going to stay intact, okay? So I'm going to make sure that we actually tape it into place so that it doesn't move.
Will that go through the junior?
Yes, it will, yes. I've actually got my big Gemini out because I need it for one of the demos later on, but yes, it will. It'll go through the junior, it'll go through your MIDI. You might need to just add a shim for this particular technique in the MIDI because I've got 2 layers of cardstock.
Okay.
So what we're going to do then is we're going to pop that onto our plates there and pass that through the Gemini. We'll just get those in the right order.
Laura just saying, did Daisy get to pick a colour for her cast? She's only got half of it on at the moment because they're waiting for the swelling to go down underneath, and then she goes back in next week to choose, but they've said that she can choose the colour. Have a guess what colour she's going to go for?
Is it going to be a purple one?
Funnily enough, yes, purple or pink.
Oh,
purple or pink. She's not quite made a mind up.
Yeah,
one or the other. I knew it would be one of those two, but yeah, like you say, the excitement of having a cast on. Bless her. Bless.
Right, so again, just double checking it, and because I've got both those layers, I'm just going to run it back through with my metal shim in there because it's not quite gone all the way through, but I do prefer to check it and do it, as I say, if I don't need the extra pressure, sometimes it ruttles that cardstock and you can't actually get it flat again, so it just takes, you know, just that extra little, a few seconds just to pop it through again with the metal shimming, and hopefully we should be able to get through both of those layers. So just pass that through there. And let's have a look this time. Where are we? That's better. Oops. So just pop those to one side for a second and then just gently remove that tape off there. And this bit's going to be waste anyway at this side, so I'm just going to peel that back.
Just waiting for the excitement of the reveal.
I know. I'm just trying to be, even though this is actually waste this side, I'm still being careful with my tape. So again, we'll just take that out of the die there. And again, what I'm going to do is snap this edge away where we've actually cut from here. So it just takes a little bit, because I've gone through 2 layers, it's actually cut, but we just actually sort of like snap away from the edge there, and you can see just inside. So I'm confident that the machine's done its work, but it doesn't fall out quite as easy as when you've just got the one layer.
No, of course.
So again, just, you know, take your time and actually pop them all out. You can see that they're all actually die cut there.
Jean, just saying, these dies are outstanding.
It is, I can't, as I say, I don't remember seeing one like this. It really is unusual.
Yeah.
So you can see where I'm heading with it. You can see that it's cut this side out. Yeah. So rather than just sitting and popping all those out, I'm just going to jump to the one here, which is exactly the same, but I've just popped all the pieces out. But even just if we get our judge to come and have a nosy a bit closer, you can see that there's even the embossed areas. So you've got a couple of pieces. We pick those up,
yeah, you can see.
And
yeah,
you've got a couple a bit down the bottom here, as well as the die cutting. It just presses in that lovely embossed detail as well in there. So this piece has stayed intact, and then you've got all that gorgeous filigree design. So that was literally where we were going with it. It's just saved me a bit of time not popping all those pieces out. And then what I wanted to do was add some colour underneath. So I've taken some vellum and literally pop this where I wanted it to go underneath. So I want it to go behind the toadstool.
Yeah.
And just drawn a rough pencil line around the sort of main edge. I haven't gone round all the filigree pieces. I'm not too worried about those. Bearing in mind we've got 2 layers of card. These are quite sturdy. So I've actually got that outline there, and then cut it out. So just cut around the pencil line. And then what I've done is I've put this behind the toadstool, and then worked from the back. So looking at where this has actually gone, and then sort of decided what colours I want to go where, and used my alcohol markers then to create that bit of colour behind it.
Okay.
So I've literally held it over the top and thought, right, we're going to do the roof blue. We're going to go a bit sort of abstract. I've got some green in there, and I've picked out certain elements of it so that when we turn this over and put this on the back, you can see now that I've actually got some colour going on behind, rather than having it see-through. Just choice. There's no reason, you know, you could actually use this on your card with that open element if you wish, or you could put just a block colour behind it. You could choose one of the other colours. You could even put a plain piece of vellum behind it. You don't have to have the colour, but just by introducing that little bit of colour, again, it's just altered the way that it looks for us to put it on that card. So what we're going to do is stick that down, and again, using vellum, it's one of the hardest things is sticking it, because it tends to show. But down this edge, obviously it's not going to be seen on this where the card's still intact. So I'm going to put my tape pen along that edge, and then I'm just going to pick out a couple of little areas down this side just to anchor it. So maybe just along here, maybe a couple on the edge of those bits that are, no, they're not on the vellum, Jan. Just stick to the edge bit there. You know, just pick out, as I say, a couple of areas on the edge. And then what we're going to do is we'll pop it face down, turn my colour over, and then literally line up this outside edge here with the edge of that design. And if you've got anything that's sort of hanging at the end, you can just trim it down. So again, I can see maybe at the top there's just a little bit of extra showing. So I'm just going to take my scissors and trim that bit down.
Is anybody else, I don't know if this is just me, and I don't know if, is anyone else thinking Smurfs? Look at this. One of my favourite toys as a kid, I used to have a little Smurf mushroom house, and you could take the lid off and it had all of the different Smurfs in it. So you had like Papa Smurf, Smurfette, who else was it? And there was like a little skateboarding Smurf, a little Smurf with the wheelbarrow, and to one of the windows you could attach a slide and put your little Smurf toys down. That's what this reminds me of.
It is, it's lovely,
Smurfs.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've taken one of the 5x7 cards out of the pack, and then I've just scored it at the halfway mark to create that lovely fold back on there. So again, let's just reinforce that fold line. And then I've continued with that theme, taken some of the papers from the kit and actually layered these up. So we're going to put one on the inside here. So again, I'm just going to stay with my tape runner for those, because this is all quite lightweight. I've got 2 layers of paper here. It doesn't have to be a layer of card and then a layer of paper. You know, you layer them up how you so wish. So I've actually gone for 2 papers this time, just to give it a slightly different look. That one's going to go on the inside. And then I've created a panel using some of the blue to go on the front there. So that one again we can pop on with our tape pen and get that one in place. And then I'm going to offset that lovely edgeable piece so that it's just stuck on that one side and it's overlapping. And as I say, because we've got a double layer of card, this is actually quite robust now.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to run some tape down that edge there. Not go too far onto the, onto the coloured parts, just on the others. And again, I'm just going to centre that sort of on the middle part, like so. And then I've used some of those lovely gems. I've just got some of those to one side. Again, they're all colour coordinated, so they all match the different colourways. And I've just picked the blue there. And we're literally just going to pop some. I've got one of them's escaped. So we're just going to go in the corners there. And I think I'm going to go on the card itself here, in the corners on that one. And then on this one, I'm going to bring them into that inset piece just to offset them slightly. And again, you know, it's that die that's doing all the work. So you've got that lovely sort of fold back there.
Yeah.
If you want to write a message, you could put another little piece in here, or you can write your message on the back. But again, that gorgeous little toadstool house. And if we turn that around for you to have a look on that way, you can see there. And that's using all the pieces from your kit. The only thing that I added to it was the little bit of white stamping card to back that first piece.
Super
really pretty, aren't
stunning, and I can't believe that you've got the ability to create that with this this kit. Box number 36. Loads of you loving these. Lorraine says, hey Lord Ben and Lady Jan and all you crafty people, I bought number 33, 34, 35 and 36 earlier today. Who's got like 1 through 36? That's what I don't know. Let me know if you've got all of these. I would love to hear from you on Facebook and YouTube. If you have got the, how are you storing these? I want to see the displays of them. If anyone's got these in like bookcases, like numbered from like, you know, 1 to 36, then I would love to see your craft rooms with these numbered up. Jean just saying these are outstanding. Read that last demo. Joanne saying this is so darn cute. Love the colours, Jan, says Susan. What a unique technique, says Jean Tipton. And boy, oh boy, Jan, that is so clever, says Sally. Blown my mind. Kay Rested on Facebook just saying, I'm supposed to be working on bridesmaids' cars, but you guys are so entertaining. I love watching Jan's demos. I also love, by the way, the fact that there's a lot of chat this evening on Facebook going on about crisps. I don't know how, whether we've chatted about that, but apparently to do with the new crisp advert, and there's the burning question. We'll let you know what we think about this. The burning question tonight on Facebook, as well as talking about craft, is crisps inside or outside of a sandwich. Jan?
I don't mind a crisp sandwich.
Really?
I can have my crisps inside some bread and butter without a doubt, yes.
Oh, does it have to be ready salted though?
No, not necessarily. It can be any flavour. I quite like a crisp butty, yes.
Oh, do you know what? It's not.
But then I would also have them as an accompaniment to a sandwich as well. So yeah. Yeah.
I would have to say that I don't know if I've ever put crisps inside a sandwich. I prefer.
Oh, you're missing out, Ben.
Cheese and onion sandwich with a packet of ready salted crisps.
Maybe don't knock it till you've tried it.
What about in the gallery? What we're thinking, in or out? Producer George, you'd do that, would you? Crisps in with cheese and ham. All right. Director George, crisps in. Have I not seen people putting crisps in their sandwiches before?
Oh, you've not lived, Ben.
Right.
You've not lived.
Tomorrow.
I challenge you, to go home and have a crisp butty.
Hey, I'll be living the life tonight, won't I, when I get back home? Tell you what, crisp butty. Oh, I might do a Facebook Live so you can see my reaction when I first taste it. Amazing. But hang on, George is going, the best way to imagine it, yes, I do like a chip butty, yeah. So, like, do you do this in America? Fries inside 2 slices of bread, so like a fries butty. I'm not poo-pooing the idea. It's not just something I automatically think about doing. If I have a bag of crisps, I'll take them out of the bag. But anyway, Little J Craft on Facebook saying, parcel due tomorrow, those nesting dice on the 29th of April. Notification just came through on Yodel. That is a definite win. Joanne saying, loving the paper colours in this box. And Jean Tipton on Facebook, pictures please. You have 1 through 36. Pictures. Want to see how you stored them, please. We would love to see those. Studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk. And by the way, for those of you who loved the craft along earlier on and crafted along with us, we will be showing some of your finished makes a little bit later on because they work brilliant. This though, you need, it is box number 36, the Seeing Creator Card craft kit. £20 or $20 if you are a platinum member, and 50 bonus points. Amazing. What? Oh, sorry. Potato chips is what we've just been talking about. Crisps is potato chips, isn't it? Yes. That's so putting potato chips inside a sandwich. Please let us know if that is a thing in the States. It's not really a thing here. It's not really a thing here, to be honest with you. But yeah. Hang on a minute, the guys that are going, I'd love a crisp sandwich. And you would have never have thought about having a crisp sandwich if I hadn't brought it up. So don't pretend.
11 o'clock tonight when I get in. Crisp butty when I get in.
It's a thing. It's not even a thing. Right, let us move swiftly on. We'll come back to this. This collection, right, we launched, myself and Debbie Robinson, last week. And I tell you what, this flew out of the doors. I think particularly for our American friends who I think just absolutely loved everything that this kit was all about. It's our Farmhouse mega bundle, right? And I think it is superb. I said you'd love it, I called it, and you did absolutely love this. If you haven't yet got it, let me take you through this. What I love most about this show is that we created our own little crafty farmyard, and you guys were sending in all of your pics of your farms, and if you live on a farm, if you've been to a farm, and we had loads of lovely pics coming in. But what I love about this, it is just something completely different. So many dies, so many stamps, so many embossing folders in here. Let's take you through it all. This is the Flying to Say Hi stamp and die kit. Debbie was making me laugh because she says that this reminded her of Coronation Street.
It's not about Hilda,
Hilda Ogden. For those of you in the US, you probably have no idea. Coronation Street, because she had flying ducks on her wall, didn't she, in her house? It used to be the thing back in the day, didn't it? Ducks on the wall. But you've got these flying ducks.
You're not old enough, George.
Yeah, Director George's like, what? Yeah, back in the day. So yeah, you've got the dies to be able to cut out your ducks, and then you've got loads of other stamps to go with it. I love that little postmark, which I think is really cute, but that's the first set. This is amazing.
Oh, I love this.
Enjoy the Ride, which has got that Chevrolet pickup truck. What I loved as well about this is that so many of you could relate to this because a lot of you had these like Chevrolet trucks. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got the stamp and the die to be able to cut that out, and then you've got the little dies for your flower bed, your little kind of vegetable patch, and those little rabbits too. Next up is the May Your Day Bloom stamp and die collection. Again, this is great just for creating your own little bouquet of flowers. Again, stamps and dies to be able to create cut out the individual elements to pop together a really, really stunning bouquet. As far as other dies are concerned in this collection, you have got sentiment dies, You Are Loved, which is tremendous. You've got Family Blessings, and then you've got Thank You. Some really, really useful sentiment dies in this set. Now, you've also got in here this wonderful Let Your Love Grow set. Now this I like particularly for the fact that you've got the ability to make yourself a little packet, and we were chatting about this might be quite nice as a little seed packet, kind of stays within the theme, popping in, I don't know, whatever you fancy in there. Stop talking about crisps in my ear, for goodness sake. You've also then got stamps to be able to decorate up your, I nearly said crisp packet then. You've also got stamps to be able to decorate up your little seed packet as well. Little watering cans in there, more sentiments included in that bundle too. Then, I'll keep going now. I know Jan is poised the other side of the studio, but I've got so much more to show you. Then, let me move this out of the way because I can't hold it all, it's so big. You've then got, We Can Do It. This, I absolutely love. I love the little character here, the lady. Now, what was the name of that? The posters we were chatting about that she looks like she's from. Someone will remind me on Facebook. But again, really lovely. You've got the farmhouse, you've got the wellies, you've got the bucket full of flowers there, and we can do it. Love that positive mindset. You've then got Simply Thankful. Again, this is a real sort of beautiful farmyard scene with that rooster there. You've got your veg patch going on, all the bunnies, the little ducks there too. And just because sentiments like that again, just for you, simply thankful for all that you do. I love these, and these are the kind of sentiments that we need out in the world right now. Embossing folders you get. Yes, this gorgeous foliage wreath. I mean, come on, how cute is that? Getting your inks into, getting your Triblends on as well. Absolutely stunning. You've then got your textured wood. Lots of love for this and lots of chat when we brought this to you previously of you guys going, this would be great for those mail skewed cards. Absolutely it would, and more. Then, on top of all of that, we've got another wax seal kit. Of course we've got a wax seal kit. Wouldn't be a kit without a wax seal kit. This one brings you that gorgeous daisy, and you've also got the little duck on there as well. So that's also included in this collection. Paper, you want paper? I can give you paper. Now, you're also going to get in this collection your 12 by 12 paper pad. 42 sheets, there is a lot to this, George. 42 double-sided sheets, which are absolutely stunning, from your kind of patterns, your stripes, your crisscrosses, to your floral frames. There's something for everyone in there. And again, the theme within the actual dies and stamps that you've got run through the papers, because we've got our little birdies there, we've got our rooster, we've got our rabbits. It is gorgeous, and I think a real stunning colour palette, perfect for this time of year as well. Now, you've got this in a 12 by 12 paper pad, as I say. The brilliant thing about this too is you've got this replicated in a 6 by 6 pad too, which is this one here. 42 sheets of that included. Now, on top of that, I'm still going here, George. I've got so much to show you. On top of that, you've also got the textured 12 by 12 pad, 230 GSM. This is stunning, double-sided, and again, look at this, right? All of the colours match beautifully with your pattern paper pad. So again, it's that whole thing of like, you choose a colour from here, you choose a colour from here, you're going to be absolutely fine. So if kind of matching up colours and patterns is your thing that you worry about, worry no more, friends, because it's all done for you. On top of that, I mean, this is the biggest kit ever. You've also got your vellum pad, 60 sheets, and again, can you see it all matches up absolutely beautifully with your paper pad, the same theme running through here to give you so much choice and so much craftability. And as we come through to the back of here, also, I just need to point out to you that we're also giving you in the back of the vellum pad sheets of your die cuts as well. So again, in here, there's little sentiments, there's little tags, there's little embellishments, there's wreaths in there, simply so much. Again, there's your little rabbits. You've got some beautiful sentiment to be able to pop out of here as well. These are absolutely stunning. But that is not all, because there's another thing to bring to you. Oh, there's more. There's your 3D die cut toppers as well. 21 of these you get. So again, just perfect for little embellishments. I think some of these are quite nice, maybe potentially to use as little stoppers if you're doing your easel cards as well. But boy, oh boy, when we talk about a mega bundle, that really is huge. 115 elements, 3 paper pads and your vellum pad, 140 or 170, but actually if you're a platinum member, that comes down to £112 or $136. It flew out of the door when we launched this back on the 27th. It's available now for you in this bundle. It is also available for you as sort of individuals as well. Check the web for that. But let's have a look at some finished samples. And I just knew that Jan would be choosing a card with this truck on, because you're a big fan of this pickup truck,
I just love it, honestly. I want one of these, Ben. I could just imagine driving around the village with all my potatoes in the back to make me crisps.
Yeah, eating a crisp sandwich while she's at the wheel.
Wow.
Warm, my lover.
So yes, I've just got a few samples to show you again, just some inspiration, and then we're going to do a demo with them. But I just think there are so many different elements in here. I think the actual number of things you could do with it is probably sort of never-ending list with it, because different styles of cards, using the different papers, pairing them up with the vellums and things, you know, those gorgeous little seed packets, but so many different stamps. When you see all the stamps in here, there are gazillions of them, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got that beautiful Chevy truck there. I love the birds. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. My husband said he thought they were geese. When he was watching me colouring, he said he thought they were geese, but I'm not sure. I'm not an authority on birds.
The ducks, aren't they?
They may be ducks.
I think they're like, yeah, mallards.
I don't know. I'm not an authority.
No.
But again, you know, just as simple as taking one of the stamps there, you've got that lovely little farmhouse, teaming it up with the papers, and love makes a house a home. That sentiment's beautiful. And then again, we've got that idea with those little seed packets. So we've got in here, we've got these little tiny packets in here. They measure about 3.5 by 2.5 inches, which are perfect size. If you watched me with the mixed media, I was making ATCs the other day. So not only seed packets, these would make great little envelopes if you did want to get into the ATCs and start sharing some of those as well. So just tucked in there, just to give a different idea. That gorgeous, that embossing folder. You wouldn't believe, I don't think, that had been done with an embossing folder. It is stunning. Just as an accent on your card, well, it's not an accent, it's a focal point on your card, but to think that's come from an embossing folder. So just a top tip there, if you're going to try something like that, do your die cutting first.
Okay.
So cut the circles out to make your circle frame first and then emboss it. Otherwise, if you've embossed first, put it back through to cut it, it flattens your embossing powder. So a quick top tip. And then why not take it, you know, onto sort of little home decor projects? That's that lovely composition using the vase with all the flowers, and then one of those pop-out sentiments from the back of the pad. So beautiful, really, really fun one to work with this. So again, what I did, the first thing I did when I got this was have a look through and think, right, we've got all these different stamp sets. So we've got the one with the vase in, we've got the one with the ducks in, we've got the one with the seed packet elements and the watering can.
They're ducks for sure, sorry.
The ducks, are they?
Jennifer says, and Anne says, definitely ducks.
There you go. We've got that lovely truck in there. These have all got matching dies to cut out the elements, and then you've got two stamp sets that literally go to town with all the other pieces. So what I did, I got out some cardstock and literally stamped everything out.
Yeah.
So I literally took all the stamp sets and just had a go, stamped them out so that I've got loads of different elements to work with, and then started colouring them in. So if I've literally got a packet full of stuff that we're going to have a use in the demo, and I just wanted to sort of choose the bits that I want. So I've got that lovely, I think she's absolutely amazing, and she's going to be my farm sort of manager, I think.
Farm manager?
Yes.
Pamela says she looks like Ellie from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Maybe.
Remember that TV show?
Now I couldn't make my mind up with the trucks. I started off red, but then I decided I wanted to go more along the sort of, when I built the rest of the card, I wanted that sort of turquoisey theme there. So I think we're going to go with the turquoisey one on there. And then I've gone with those ducks. We coloured those in. Look, you can see stamped out. And again, a lot of them have got the die to go with it. Yeah. You get all these gorgeous little elements that you can pop in the back of the truck. So we've got sort of all your veggie patch items there. You could decide that you want to pop flowers in the back of it there. Yeah. So again, I'm actually going to use a couple of them, I think. I'm going to put the flowers at the back of the truck. Yeah. And then I'm going to have those little bunnies hitching a ride as well in there, I think.
Yeah, don't put the bunnies with the vegetables, because they'll eat them.
No, they might eat the veg. That's what I was thinking, yeah. And then I've coloured in the goose. The goose. And the rooster. Oh, yeah. I've got the watering can there. And then look at these gorgeous little tiny chicks as well. Look. They're losing it in the gallery now. And we're expected to concentrate here, and she's just losing the plot back there.
I've just got to clear up, George. The song is "There's a moose loose about this hoose, not a goose."
We've got a goose loose in the gallery, apparently.
Gee whiz. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. You can tell it's 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night, can't you? Boy, oh boy.
I've gone back to my craft card.
Jan's trying to keep it on
I'm going
track.
to carry on. I'm
Yeah.
just carrying on while they have a chat in my ear.
Probably for the
so
best.
I've gone back to my craft card and
Yeah.
I've cut 2 pieces, and we're talking 11 inches by 7. Okay, and I've scored them to make a diorama card. So I've just got a 1/2 inch sort of border on each side to make that diorama. And then I've used one of my larger square dies that I have at home to cut an aperture in and make a frame. And the reason I went for that size is because I'd taken, this is just literally a piece from the 6x6 pad, still as a 6x6, which is how I ended up with my card size. And I want that one to go in the back here. So again, we'll pop that in there with some double-sided tape there out of the tape runner. Okay, and then I've made a couple of panels for the sides, and then I want to build up like a complete scene. All right, so this is pretty much the same all the way round, so I don't think it matters which way, she says, turning it round. We'll go that way. I don't think it really matters. I'm being a bit picky there. So that one's going to go in the back, just as a backdrop. And then for the front, I've used a couple of strips of that patterned paper from the pad, and I'm just going to pop those on those side panels. And then all those dies that those die cuts that I've coloured up, we're going to literally make a little farmyard scene going on.
Yes, brilliant.
So just to get them all on the on here, let's pop that on there.
I'm getting blame on the socials apparently for distracting
What,
Jan. It's you guys that started chatting about the crisp sandwich, and can I say, Lynn says, Ben, by the way, how dare you say crisp sandwiches is not a thing? Of course it is. I've been having crisp sandwiches since I was a child, and that was many years ago now. It is a thing. I'm not saying it's not a thing, but it's not a thing, like a thing, is it? Do you know what I mean, though? It's like you might just go...
I suppose it's a sort of a regional thing as to where you come from, because I've been having crisp butties since I was little.
Oh, have you really?
Yeah, and I still have them now. So yeah, it's nothing new to us. It must be regional.
Well,
I don't know.
Maybe it's more of a thing. Where are you again, Lynn? Let me know where you are. Maybe it's more of a thing in certain regions, but in my region, it's just a bit of a, you might have, you wouldn't go, I want a sandwich, I'm gonna have a crisp sandwich. You'd have like a cheese or ham. You wouldn't, crisps is not something. It might be something that you might have as a, I don't know, when you came back from the pub late at night and there was nothing else in the...
Just a snack, yeah.
Yeah, but it is a thing, but not a thing.
So I've just put some tape on this ahead of time just to get the card actually stuck together, and then we'll concentrate on all those lovely sort of die cut pieces. So again, I'm just going to pop those edges together, and we've got our diorama card there. We folded it in. If anybody's wanting to know measurements, all I did was score it at let me just have a double check there, 1.5 inches and 2. So I've got a 1.5 inch tab at the side with a 1/2 inch depth. So in total, it's giving me 1 inch in the centre there. So that's your standard sort of diorama card there. And then we're going to start and build up. So I was going to go with the truck, not that one, I want this one, in the background in here. Okay, so now I've just popped a few foam pads on the back of here, just to pop that on there.
Just to say as well,
So
I mentioned earlier on, wellies, you get wellies in this kit. Lorraine says, what is a wellie?
A welly boot.
Wellie boots, so rain boots.
Yep.
I think, are they rain boots in the US, I think?
I don't know.
Wellington boots, we call them, like welly boots. The ones you wear to go and splash in puddles.
Yeah.
Always put your welly boots on. What do you call them in the US? Let me know. I'm not. Is it rain boots? Let me know.
I don't know. We'll have to ask our Erin.
Rain boots? Can't think. Boots.
So I'm just going to pop a little bit down the side. I've just popped a bit of glue because obviously she's going to overhang that little aperture. So she's going to be in charge there. Just pop her down onto that edge there. So she's going to be my farm manager. She's in charge there. And you can see why I went with the green for the Chevy now. And then literally the other bits and pieces I'm just going to build up. So I thought we'd have one of the little ducks on the outside of the frame. So I've put that one on a little bit of foam tape just in the bit, and he's going to go up on the top of the frame. And then the other two I thought we'd have coming inside here as if they're sort of flying down. So again, it's just about having a bit of fun with this. There are so many stamped elements. I was like, slow down, Jan, you can't fit everything in one card. You know, so I had to sort of make an executive decision as to which bits I wanted to use. But again, just sitting, you know, I've stamped them out. Make sure, you know, you're sort of mindful of what you're going to colour with when you're stamping. So I've used my alcohol markers again. They do tend to be a go-to. So I made sure I'd got the correct stamping ink. And then just sat while I'm watching telly and catching up with my soaps of an evening.
Yeah.
Just sat colouring, and I can't think of a better way to spend an evening, to be honest. And then I've got the little watering can with the flowers in there. We've got that on foam. I'm going to put that one on the corner here. And then I'm going to pop, she's still on about these crisp sandwiches.
Oh,
we're going to have a little rooster going on at that side. Okay. And then we're going to pop my little goose on here. So again, just put some glue up the centre so that he's just stuck on the frame there in the corner. And again, because it's all just folded in, I can press it flat there just to make sure he's stuck down. And then I thought each of those could have a little duckling friend there. So I've got a little chick, and we've got one that just happens to be looking this way, the same as the goose. So he's going to go down there as if he's walking with that one. And then the other one just happens to be looking the other way, the same as the rooster. So he's going to go down here as if he's following that little rooster.
Full-on farmyard you've got
It
going on
is,
there,
it's
isn't it?
lovely. And then I was going to go with the flowers in the back of the truck, right at the very back there. So we're going to pop those at the back. And then I'm going to pop the little bunnies. I just think these are adorable.
They are cute.
Absolutely adorable. So again, those are going for a ride. I don't know where they're going yet, but they're going for a little ride in the back of the truck with the flowers there. Look, so just popping out of the back of the truck there. Okay, so we'll save the fruit and veg for another day. And then I've stamped out one of the sentiments which says, simply thankful for all that you do. And gorgeous. I think that was a really nice sentiment. We're just going to balance it all out with that one at that side. So again, I'm going to pop the glue on here rather than trying to guess where it's going to go on the back of my sentiment. So again, because as I say, it'll fold flat, I can pop that one down, hold that in place just with my tacky glue for a second. And again, you know, if you want to add any sort of gems to it, you can finish it off with a few gems if you wish. But when we reinforce those folds, you can see there, let's just push all that forward a bit and we'll give you a turn round just to reveal, you know, you can create whatever phenomenal kind of scene you would want. And I think what I'd do, I haven't got one with me, but I think what I would actually do is probably pop a little bit of shading underneath the tree. It looks as if it's floating a bit at the minute. So maybe with just a watercolour crayon or a little bit of ink, just to put a bit of blending underneath it as if it was creating a bit of a shadow, as though it's sort of on the road or on the path rather than floating around in the background. But yeah, as much or as little, there are loads and loads of stamps to go for, and that's just one design. You saw lots of those other examples there, but just to give you an idea of what you can do with it.
You've got them all singing on social media currently. Sally's singing "Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O."
Do you know, that's my little grandson's favourite song,
yep.
Yes. And he's not happy if you don't do all the sounds. He absolutely loves it. He's got a book that's got you push a button and it plays the tune.
Yep.
And he'll bring it, and honestly, he will listen to it over and over again. He absolutely loves it. And he's got all the little farm animals.
Yep.
So we have to do each one in turn so that hopefully in time he'll learn his animals, bless him. But he loves it. I would say by far it's his favourite song, that one.
Thank you, Dee, as well. Just I was saying about the lady that you get that you've just seen on that card house, and it's from those posters, and Dee says, tell Ben that looks like Rosie the Riveter from the World War II posters. That's who it looks like.
Right.
Boots, gum boots, galoshes, and rain boots are Wellington boots apparently.
Yeah.
And also still chats about sandwiches. Debbie says, I'm in Yorkshire and had crisp sarnies as a child and still occasionally have them now. And I must just say a big hello to Helen Bratherton, who's messaged in saying, hi Ben, I don't know how Jan keeps a straight face sometimes. Helen, thank you so much. You posted a lovely message on the I'm a Crafter's Companion Facebook page last night about your son and how much he loves the Copacabana song that we did and how much it puts a smile on his face. That really, really touched me. I know loads of the guys read that
Yes.
as well, and we're so delighted that you know, little things like that, and actually just watching the channel you love and your son loves, and it puts a smile on his face. So we're really, really pleased, and we're really touched. So thank you for your message. Let me know. I didn't pick up what your son's name was, so if you let me know, and we'll say hello to him before the end of the show. If not, on a show to come, we'll definitely say hello to him. But thank you so much for that. It means a lot to us. Right, let us go through the Farmhouse bundle again. I'll be a little bit quicker this time because I realise this is like the biggest collection I think I've ever seen. So, and all the dies are falling off here as well. My boards are falling to pieces, Jan. Oh dear. I know. Right, stamp and die bundles within the main bundles. This is you get everything I'm about to show you here. It's value for money. It is amazing. Flying by to say hi. So these are your ducks that you've just seen. So you get the 3 dies to be able to cut out the flying ducks. Could be careful how you say that. And you've got the stamps included in there as well. Notice how I slowed down. That could have been disastrous. Right, then, here is Enjoy the Ride. So this is that truck that we've just seen, the amazing truck. I've never seen anything like this. I love the fact that you've got the dies to be able to kind of cut out the truck's cargo, if you like. So the rabbits in there, the flowers, or the vegetables in there too. Then you've got the May Your Day Bloom. This is gorgeous again. Stamps and dies to be able to pop together your own gorgeous bouquet of flowers. May your day bloom with happiness, and just because, just a couple of the sentiments that you are going to get there. Let's continue on with the dies because you get some wonderful sentiment dies. Thank you. I mean, that's really, really useful, obviously. You've then got family blessings, which I just think is just gorgeous. And this one as well, really, really nice, particularly for where we are currently in this world. You are loved. Then, on top of all of that, more stamp and die sets. So this is the Let Your Love Grow. Love it. The little worker die there to be able to create that gorgeous little packet. And then you've got all of the stamps and dies on top of that to be able to decorate that up and add more layers to that should you want to. There's even more beautiful sentiments in there too. Then we come to the stamp sets. You've seen some of these as well. Oh, there's so much stuff. I'm getting... Oh, right there. There we go. Yes, you've seen some of these already too. So you've got your beautiful bunnies. There's that little goose. You've got the little chicks in there, the rooster, the vegetable patch. There's loads in there. And again, you can create your own little farmyard with these. Then here we go. Rosie the Riveter. That's who we decided it looks like. You've got your farmhouse in there. You've got your rain boots, your wellies, whatever you want to call them. You've got your little bucket of flowers. Love makes a house a home, and we can do it. Just a few of the sentiments that you get within that collection. Embossing folders. Yes, the textured wood embossing folder is also included. Lots of love, as I said, for that time around. The foliage wreath embossing folder, stunning. That is also included. You're then going to get your wax seal kit. Those are your 2 colours, and within that kit you get the stamps for the daisy and also the ducks. All right, so that's also included. On top of all of that, you get all of your papers. Oh, I'll quickly show you. Your 3D die cut toppers, 21 of those included. Again, just added sort of extra embellishments to pop onto your card. Again, all in keeping with everything that you've got in the collection. And then your paper pads, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Right, you're going to get your 12 by 12 paper pad, 42 sheets in here, right? Double-sided, again, gorgeous colours. And the fact is, you're going to struggle to decide which side of the paper you want to use. But really gorgeous for the fact that they all work beautifully together. Do you know what? If you pluck a couple of papers out of here and you think, are they going to work? Yes, they will. It's gorgeous flowers. It's your farmyard animals. On the reverse, you've got more sort of your patterns. You've got stripes. You've got your checks in there. You've got, again, florals running through here. Some of the farmyard animals. You've got frames with those florals in there. Stunning. That's included, 42 sheets there. Then you've got the complementing colours in your 12 by 12 texture pad, 30 sheets in there. Again, double-sided, beautiful textured design. All matches up beautifully with your pattern papers. Then you've got your 6 by 6 pad. This is a replica of the 12 by 12. So again, all the same designs there. 42 sheets in that one. And then you've got your 60 sheets of vellum, and at the back of there, even more as far as your pop-out sentiments and frames and dies. Dies? What am I about? Basically, you've got loads in there. Absolutely tons. Die-cut toppers. Thank you, George. 100 is that everything? Yeah, that's it. £140 or $170 for a massive bundle. Remember, if you're platinum, that comes down to $112 or £136, which is phenomenal. It's a huge bundle. Now, let us have a look at some pictures from earlier on, because yes, we did our craft along. And it was brilliant. And Jan did a fantastic job of taking you through how to make a double Z fold card with the Letters from the Heart Sarah Signature Collection. I had a go crafting along as well, had a right blast, and Jan is now going to have a look at the cards that you made with me a little bit earlier on. So let's have a look at Julie P's. What do you reckon to these, Jan?
I love these, honestly. Our Sarah saw your card outside, Ben, and she was fascinated. She says, I love a good Z fold. She says, what is that? I said, it's a double Z fold. She was blown away, yes.
Wow.
But look at these, aren't these stunning? So I can see there, Julie's got that typewriter on there, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Followed those instruction looks. I can see the double Z going on. Absolutely beautiful.
And that one is kind of the one that we did, so kind of following it to the letter. But then Amanda, she's kind of taken the concept, but then used her own design.
Honestly, and this is what I like about it. You know, don't be put off if you haven't got what we're using.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example, Amanda, of actually following. You've got the idea of how the double Z works, which is what the class was all about. But doesn't that look stunning in those colourways?
Yeah, love it.
Absolutely beautiful. Got the little champagne glasses on the other side. Look,
Yep.
Really, really pretty.
Then we've got Barbara, again, using slightly different papers, but again, the same sort of concept of build, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm loving this. I am thrilled that so many of you have been able to follow it and you've got some finished results. Now, absolutely gorgeous.
I know Pam said that she was crafting along with us, so here's that PPE Pam's. Oh, I love this.
Pam's used my favourite sheet of paper. I can't bear to use that one yet, Pam, because I love that sheet out of the pad.
Yeah.
It's pink, isn't it? Come on, so it's just a strokeable at the minute. I'm struggling to tear it out. It's just a stroke. I go through it and think, no, I can't use it. But that looks gorgeous with the craft card, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And then she was saying, she'd actually messaged me on Facebook earlier,
yeah.
and she was saying that she'd substituted some of the die cuts, but it just shows you how well, you know, you can sort of use it with things that you've got in your stash. Like I said, it doesn't. Don't be put off. Don't ever be put off with the craft alongs if you haven't got exactly what we've put on the list. It is only a guideline. And but stunning.
Stunning.
Yep.
And Sandra, I think, is a fan of butterflies.
Look at all those pretty shades on there. That looks like, I was going to say the vintage lace paper pad, I think. It's very, very pretty. Very pretty. I like all the different colour tones. And again, you know, you can't go wrong with a butterfly, can you there?
Absolutely right. And again,
beautiful. But they've all got that construction going there, haven't they?
Yeah, this double Z fold that you brought to our attention is loved by loads. And
Terry's gone down
the line that we said with the
that looks
collection.
Very vintage, doesn't it? Yeah, loving that one. That looks, to be honest, I think that would make a great card for a guy.
Absolutely.
Just got that sort of male theme look to it. I don't know whether that was intentional or not. Well done, Terry.
Love that, Terry. Val in Southampton, this is gorgeous. I love your typewriter.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. She's got that, she's backed it. I like the red on the background there for the typewriter. It just makes it look a bit more finished, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But beautiful. She's got the little note card in the envelope in the back. Do you know, I am thrilled with how many people have got a finished project there, Ben. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad you crafted along with us.
I honestly think that's like the biggest sort of batch of photos that we've had in off for Craft Along. So yeah, we're thrilled. And Jan, absolutely super thrilled. Super pumped. Thank you for all the pictures, by the way. I mentioned earlier on about the sub box and who's got all of these or a few of these, and we've had a few pictures come through which we'll look at in just a little bit. On that front, actually, there were a few messages earlier on with Jean saying, I have 1 through 36. Dana Glass on YouTube, I have 1 to 35, 36 hopefully on the way this month. And Lorraine says missing 1 to 3, 6 to 8, 11 to 13, 15, 17, 18, 22, 29. Always stalking all the sites I can think of to complete the collection. But yeah, brilliant to know how much you love these. And actually, if you are like Dana, for example, you're thinking, I've got all of them, bar 36, well, you can pick up 36 tonight. £20 or $20 if you are a platinum member, and it's all about those scene creator card dies. You get the 2 dies in here. If you missed the demo earlier on from Jan with that gorgeous Toadstool, go back and watch it because it was phenomenal. And then again in here, in fact, you've got all those card blanks, you've got your envelopes in here, glorious pattern papers, coloured card, you've got your dewdrops and pearls in there, 290 elements, and as we said, enough card blanks in there to make 24 cards minimum, but you'll go on and make loads more because of course then you've got those dies to use time and time again. 50 bonus points on this one as well, don't forget, so definitely worth popping into your basket. Now, I'm slightly disappointed about this next collection because, again, this launched yesterday and we had the full shebang with this. We had the full collection. But what has happened here is that basically parts of the collection have sold out individually, which has sold out the bundle. It's the window reveal stamp and dies, but the actual mechanism for this has already gone. So here's the thing. If you've already got the mechanism, you will have got with it one of the stamp sets to allow you to create the little birdie reveal. However, you now might be thinking to yourself, well, I'd like to be able to create like some of these different reveals. This is where these will come into their own with you. You can get any two for $12 or any two for $17. And basically, with the mechanism, it allows you to, well, let's get these the right way up first of all. It allows you to be able to basically take one image, put a little tab and create a second image. And as I said to Jan earlier on, like normally when I see these things, I think, oh yeah, I think I can figure out how that works. I can't see how this works. My brain doesn't actually compute this very well, but we'll go through this with Jan in just a few moments' time. So if you've already got the mechanism to do this, here are some of the add-on stamp and die sets that you can get. So this is the Reveal the Gift. So it comes with 8 elements and it allows you, once you've got that mechanism, to create a card just like this, right? So you've got the present in there, okay, and you've got the little tab. You pull the tab, watch. Look, and then it reveals the gift. The balloon comes out of the box. Are you kidding me?
Just so clever.
That is literally so amazing. I love it. And again, how is this? What Jan's going to break it down hopefully in a minute and reveal the magic. So look, ready to do it again? Honestly,
brilliant.
One of the best things I think I've seen.
Yep.
So that's the Revealer gift, available individually for $6.99 or $9.95. You get the stamps and dies, you don't get the mechanism, as I say, just to reiterate that. Hopefully you've bought that previously, but that is the Revealer gift. Now, the next one, Reveal the Rainbow here. So I believe for our US viewers, this is the first time you've been able to get this with us because this wasn't available on HSN. And I actually think this is really, really cute because at the end of the day, you know, well, rain's all right, isn't it? But actually, once it rains, we like to be able to see the rainbow. I mean, come on, are you kidding me? So as I say, if you've seen these already on HSN, you won't have seen this one. This is the one that wasn't available for you. So if you want to complete the collection, absolutely go for this, $6.99 or $9.95. Again, you get these stamps and dies to be able to create the 2 different images to be able to do the magic, which Jan will go through in just a few moments' time. So that's also available individually. We've then got, this is nuts. See what I did there? Because you've got the little squirrel, right? So the stamps and dies in here. Reveal the Mighty Oaks, this is. Mighty Oaks from Tiny Acorns Grow. So again, those are your stamps and dies for the 2 different scenes. And once you've got that mechanism, right, here we go. Let's see what happens. The squirrel's there, he's got an acorn, he plants it and the rain comes down. Yes! This is the best!
They're great, aren't they, honestly? Can you imagine these for children?
Oh,
They'd never stop playing with them, would they?
It's one of those things, honestly, it will be on the mantelpiece for ages and ages to come because like people won't stop playing with them. You say the children, the adults won't stop playing with them either. Now again, reveal the feathers. I mean, we've literally thought of everything here. So what would be better? You know, a peacock revealing its beautiful train of feathers. And these are perfect, you know, for all sorts of different occasions, honestly. So here's the peacock. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? But then we pull the little tab. Ready? Reveal your feathers, Mr. Peacock.
Away he goes, look.
So cool! So cool! Okay, $6.99 or $9.95 if you want to go for that individually. 2 for $12 or 2 for $17. Next, reveal the bubbles. And who wouldn't want to reveal the bubbles? So again, for any celebration, this is just phenomenal. And if you thought to yourself, well, these are only for kind of, you know, your cards, absolutely not. You can pop them on the front of your boxes as well. So let's have a look. Oh, hang on, we've already done the reveal. There we go. So there's your little glass and bottles. Yes, reveal the bubbles. The glass overfloweth with Prosecco or champagne, whatever you fancy. Absolutely stunning. So that's $6.99 or $9.95. And last but by no means least, I really love this one. So you've got your little caterpillar there. And what happens eventually with a little caterpillar? The caterpillar becomes a gorgeous butterfly. So here in this case, there he is. Look, he's a little caterpillar under the flower. And I wonder what happens when we just pull the tab. Get ready for this. Here we go. Oh, come on. These are just the best thing ever. I love them so much. Right. They're available for $6.99 or $9.95. As I've mentioned, the mechanism has gone. So if you've already got the mechanism, your quid's in, because you can add these into your basket, and then you've got more of these different designs to play with. But you will need that mechanism to be able to create that card. Hopefully, we'll get those back in sooner rather than later. Before we look at these in more detail, because I want to see how the magic works, let's just quickly take care of some business. So 20 minutes to go. We need you to vote on the demo of the show, because we then will vote on the demo of the day later on. So in case you've missed the show, let us recap on what Jan has made so you can vote for your favourite. Jan, what you got?
Right, so in at number 1 then, we started out with those beautiful frame dies. So those decorative frames, and we used that one to make that easel card at the top of the show. So that's number 1. And then number 2, after unboxing the sub box, we did that lovely create a scene one with the little toadstool house there. So that's number 2.
Yeah.
Number 3 was the Farmhouse collection. So we made the diorama card there with all the stamps on from the Farmhouse. That was number 3. And then I'm actually going to show you how to do the reveal the window ones. And we're going to make the little one with reveal the feathers. All right. So on here then, we've got him going into his beautiful plumage there. So that's number 4.
Okay.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3 or 4, we'll give you 5 minutes to get your vote in, and then once you've voted for your favourite card in the show, we'll put that up against Jan's double Z fold card, which she made on the craft along earlier. So vote now, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, and we'll do the vote for the demo of the day in just a few moments' time. And on YouTube is saying I ordered the bundle from CC because HSN didn't have the rainbow set. It was an I need rather than I want. And Joanne just saying I've ordered the inner workings yesterday with the champagne bottle and present sets. May have to order the rainbow with the wellies. Absolutely. If you've got the workings die, then you need to get more of these because you'll have so much fun. How does it all work though? Like a magician revealing her tricks.
Honestly,
here goes Jan.
When you see it, Ben, you'll realise just how straightforward it is. And this is what I love about this. It's like hats off to our product development team, because whoever's actually planned all this out and made it sort of doable for us. We get the easy job because the die just does all the work.
Yeah.
But the actual thinking behind this is ingenious. So I've actually got the reveal the setup, which is your construction, your concept die. So for those of you that have already got this, you do need this in conjunction with the stamp sets. Now you do get a stamp set in with this one, and you get that lovely little letter in there. So it's sort of the birdie with the letter at the beginning on the tree branch, and then it opens up inside to say I'm thinking of you with the little note card inside. So that comes with it. But in order to actually make these work, you will need to get this one. So if you haven't got it yet, keep an eye out. If you click on the product on the website and leave an email address, it will actually tell you when it comes back in stock. So we will be getting them back in. And in there, you're going to get your main concept die, which literally, you know, again, the metal you get for the money in here. And you're actually going to need this long one, and you will need an A4 platform mainly for this. You can actually get away with using your Gemini Junior. All you would do is actually cut it as far as you could get it and then reposition it so that you can actually get the rest of it through, so it would work. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually cut this step because I've already cut them out, but you get the idea in that we're going to place these on to a piece of cardstock of your choice, and that whatever colour you want this set section, so the actual frame part, the piece around the outside, whatever colour you want, that is where you're going to start with this particular concept piece. Now, again, you can watch us. Sarah did loads of demos yesterday with them. I was actually sat watching her at home yesterday. She showed you how to use photographs with these as well.
What a great idea.
Brilliant, you know, 2 photos in them. You could use a picture on the front, you could stamp a sentiment behind it. You know, there's lots of different options. You can also actually, depending on where you stamp, like I've stamped this one portrait, but if you stamped it this way, you could actually have your runner, your concept piece going sideways and make it into a landscape card. So lots of different ideas. It also comes with a full instruction book. So you've actually got pictures and words taking you through step by step. If you prefer to see that written instruction, it's there for you just at the beginning. So only the first little bit, and then we've got other languages in there, so it's not too daunting, and that will talk you through what I'm actually going to do next. So we'd literally run this through the machine, all right, and I'm going to skip that bit because you know how the Gemini works, and you will actually get these 2 pieces come as your die cuts.
Okay.
So that's what these make. So this one's come out of here. You can see if I lay them back in the die there, we've got that long one, and then this one cuts out the short piece.
Okay.
And it puts all the lines in that you need, any score lines or any cut lines. These are actually cut so that you can get through, and this is how that magic works, all right? So we've got little sort of like vents in it, and then the same with this one, but instead of vents, these are actually loose tabs.
Okay.
Okay, so just make sure in the centre there that that little piece has come out of the top. You need a gap, you need that gap in the centre, and sometimes we just need to give it a little poke through the other side in order to get that bit. I'm just going to pop my craft knife along the edge because I don't want to damage on there. So again, just to bring that side, just to make sure it's released from the actual cardstock there, that's it. You need that little piece there, and then if you follow the guidelines on this piece, so let me just move those out of the way. You've got a score line in the centre here, so I'm going to make a mountain fold. I'm folding it away from me, and make sure that everything's lined up at the bottom, and again, wherever you've folded, reinforce that score line. And then along the edges, you've got score lines here as well. Now I'm going to leave those for a second until we've done the stamping. But what we want to do, this is going to be your first image, and this is going to be your reveal image.
Okay.
So think about, you know, what happens first in your series of little pictures and what happens next. Now I'm going to use that reveal, the feather. So we've got that beautiful peacock in here. So if we pop him on there, you can see clearly on here that we've got him with his feathers closed here, and then that beautiful reveal. So we're actually going to stamp this one on the front across all those tabs.
Right.
And you're going to centre it in between where these lines are. So these have been sized just right for you to actually centre this over all 4 of those tabs. And then your reveal, we're going to do the same, but I'm going to come down towards the bottom this time. All right, and again, centred. So what I mean by that, let me just have a little look, because I've already coloured these in. If you look here at this one, we've got him here over all 4. So those tabs are still loose.
Is that harder to stamp on them because they're loose? Do you need to take them as you stamp them?
Not at all. No, because it's completely flat.
Yeah, okay.
So we've not done anything to it. It's all flat. Pop it on your stamping mat, stamp it out, and then you can colour in. But this is across all 4 of those tabs. And then I've done the same on the inside. But can you see how I've brought it down to the bottom? Okay. So again, right over the cross of all those, across the centre of all those little cuts in there. Just keep it on a flat surface, stamp it, and then get your colour in. So we've actually got this far with the stamps on there. Okay, and then I've used one of the stamps from the set just to stamp on the top section of that tab.
Yeah.
So let me just make sure that this one, I realised I cut it out of there, and I just need to make sure that that one's the same. So again, just make sure that those lines have released in that little piece there, because you do need that piece open. So just use the craft knife to free that little bit there. We do need that little gap in there. All right, and then what happens, as I say, we'll get that one folded again. As I say, make sure everything's lined up and burnish. And then where the score lines run down the side, you can just see there's a little tiny score line. I'm literally going to fold those in as well. So just encourage them on that score line. And I like to burnish everything in. It always sort of lets the card know where you want it to be.
Yes.
And again, this is something that's going to get a lot of working. So you want to make sure that this bit, spend the time making sure that this bit is actually done right and everything's lined up. So again, just fold it in and then burnish that fold line into place. Okay, and then your 3mm tape is perfect size now to actually fit down these panels. So you want a piece of tape on your little glue tab at this side. Okay, and then we're going to do the same at the other side, and we've got that prepped now ready.
Yes.
And then I'll show you how they actually go together. And once you've seen how it works, it's just the same thing regardless of what
I'm going to be disappointed, I know,
using.
because I wanted this to be uber complicated.
Honestly. So you can see the little slit that we had in here is exactly the right size. And what we're going to do is go from underneath and poke that bit through the slit. And again, this has all been made the right size. So it tucks behind those little glue tabs. And we're actually going to seal this closed. But before we do that, we want to line up underneath. I'm just going to lift these so that you can see my picture underneath. And you have got 4 sort of little vents in here.
Yes.
So the top tab is going to tuck behind the top vent. The second one tucks in. The third one tucks in.
Okay.
And the fourth one tucks in. All right. So watch, we've got him with his feathers closed.
Oh, come on.
And then when we pull it,
yeah,
it brings up the feathers
fantastic.
open. And I just think, how on earth, whoever, as I say, whoever's designed this, my hat goes off to them, because it's so, once you've seen it in action, you pop it down, you pull it through. Pop it down, pull it through. Honestly, absolutely brilliant. So just to stop this actually falling right out of the bottom, I'm just going to put a little tiny piece, because if you pushed it too far, you don't want it to actually come down lower than your mechanism. So I'm just going to use a little piece of red line just across that bottom bit there, so that when we actually fold it all together, we can stop it popping out the bottom. So again, take the liner off your tape. Take that piece off the bottom as well, and then make sure that this is all lined up perfectly. So again, we've got this one and we've got this one, and then at the bottom, and then again make sure that it's all nice and secure. And again, you've got that lovely element there.
That is brilliant.
You can see how that's working.
I think it's one of my favourite things I've seen in weeks. I love it.
In your set as well there,
yeah.
Let me just go back to my original, I've lost my other here. In here as well, you've got other elements, all right? So you've got this piece here, which cuts out this piece, along with your square that I've put inside it. And this is just the right size now to frame your little picture on here. So you've got like an embellishment to, it's almost like a little Polaroid frame to fit it in.
Yeah.
And then there are other bits and pieces on here as well as embellishments, but I've also die cut this piece as well in the blue, which gives you a little tab top. All right, it's got the score line in it again, and when we fold it in half, this is going to give you the piece to stick on the top of here. So I'm going to pop those down. I'm just going to stick those down with some glue, and then we'll actually pop the card together, yeah?
Yeah, just whilst you're sticking, let's just get the demo of the day vote going. So you voted for, I'm sure, I nicked this off you whilst you were crafting,
No,
but I'm
that's
sure
okay.
This was number 2. This was number 2, correct? Jan, definitely number 2?
Yes, it was, yes, sorry.
Right, good. So that is the one that you voted for as demo of the show, and I can't blame you, actually. Brilliant. So that's from the sub box. So which would you like to vote for as demo of the show? Demo of the day, rather. Let's do these in order. So demo number 1 was Jan's double Z fold card from Craft Along earlier on. So that is number 1. All right, for demo of the day. If you like that one, vote 1. or if you want to go for the one that you've just voted for as demo of the show, is this one. So number 2 for the gorgeous craft kit card with that lovely little toadstool house. So number 1.
And number 2.
Number 2.
Which looks best? Number 1, number 2.
Does it look better or worse when I do this?
It still reminds me of going to the opticians.
It is like the opticians, isn't it? And then when it's like, I can't really tell
They
the
always look the
difference.
same to me.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
pick one.
Yeah. Choose one, anyone. So yes, choose your favourite on those. Very quickly, are we right to show some pictures, Jan? Or?
Yeah, I'm literally going to put the card base together and then I'll show you the finished design because this is just matting and layering that I'm doing now.
All right, so whilst Jan's matting and layering, let's see your subs box pictures then, because I was asking earlier on, who's got all the subs box? Oh, here we go. This is what I'm after.
Look at these.
Shelby.
Yep.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Is that all of them there? Core, blimey. There's a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I can see 19 there. Yeah, potentially with some hidden behind. That's a heck of an effort. I love that. Shelby, thank you. This one is from Anonymous, but this is some good. I mean, that's tidy.
Look at that. I wish mine looked that tidy. I think I could do with some
4,
help.
8, 12, 16, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I think I can see about 30 there. And all of the paper pads beautifully stored. Oh, and Hilda, come on. All
Look
but 1
at
and
those.
3.
Wow, honestly.
Wow. That is some
Puts mine to
stacking.
shame.
Does it?
Mine look like the Leaning Tower of Pisa just piled up on the top.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for sending those in. That is exactly what I wanted to see. We love the fact that you love those craft kits, those sub boxes so much. Remember, number 36 is the one that you can go for tonight. It's £20 or $20 if you are a platinum member. Lots of love for these, by the way. These reveal windows. Teresa's saying, I love Jan's explanations. Whoever, says Karen, designed this is a genius.
They are.
I love this set. And Helen just saying on YouTube, I want to make these for the parents of the children I care for, putting a photo in of the children.
Yeah.
The kids will love making these. I love that photo idea.
Yeah,
Cracking.
if you're wanting to know how to do the photo one, just watch Sarah's launch shows yesterday.
Yeah.
And she did one where she put one photo at the front, a different one at the back, and then die cut it with the mechanism. And honestly, it looked brilliant. Yeah. Right, so what we've done there then is I've just made myself an easel card and just done a little bit of matting and layering while we were finishing off looking at those gorgeous pictures. And I'm going to pop the front on there, just line that one up at the front. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish, I'd pop some red liner tape in here. So at the top where this pulls out, okay, I'm just going to pop and line that up sort of central on the top there. Just gives you an extra little bit of detail. And again, take that one off and fold. That matches perfectly. There is also on the main stamp set in the main kit, if you don't want to pop a sentiment heart, there's a little stamp that says pull me. So just as an instruction, if somebody's not quite familiar with the concept that you've given it to, pull me, they're automatically going to pull and they get that lovely reveal underneath. So literally we're going to pop that on the front here. Just speaks volumes on there. So again, just pop a bit of tape on the back there like that. We'll pop that at a little angle. And then in those stamp sets, you also get some extra elements. So I've actually got the little cloud here, what was stamped out and coloured, and then you've got a gorgeous peacock feather, and then I've stamped out the "You Were Born to Stand Out."
Yes.
So again, just to finish off there, we need to pop the piece across the middle as a stopper. I'm just going to raise that up on a little bit of foam, and then I'm going to pop the sentiment on here, and then just those couple of extra bits of embellishments, Ben. So we're almost there, and I'll show you the finished bit when I've got it all together. All
right, let me just take care of a bit of business then. Lorraine, that picture that was anonymous was yours apparently, so thank you for sending that in. Lorraine Bennett. Is whose that was. Can I just say as well, coming up on Saturday, very, very quickly, I need to let you know of a few things to look forward to. It is the brand new Year of Craft coming up this Saturday on Crafters TV. It is the 8th of May on launch day, box number 2 with 2 brand new paper pads as well. As soon as you see this go live, you have got to jump in and grab this because the Year of Crafts 1 was absolutely obliterated stock-wise. So get this, but it launches officially on Saturday on launch day. So make sure you grab that. And also, thank you for all of your votes coming in. Let me quickly announce the demo of the day. This was number 1. Craft Along. This was number 2. Number 1, number 2, which was the winner? Number 2! Number
Really?
2 was the demo of the day.
Fantastic. It's gorgeous though. That I love that Toadstool house. I can see that coming in handy for lots of cards. So again, you can see there just with that little easel card, and then if we've got here at the top, we've got the tab, so we've got, just hold on to him, we've got the peacock looking at his feathers sort of, and then when we lift it up, I can't do the same sound effects, Ben. There we go, we've got him with all that beautiful plumage. Really, really sort of a cute idea, I think. And you just constantly want to keep, the more you work it, the more it will actually work for you. Yep. So brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. What a show. I mean, some amazing products on this show. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you've got stuff in your baskets, for goodness sake, make sure you get them checked out. One of the stars of the show, though, the craft kit box. This has been super, super popular. It is number 36. Complete your set or start your collection today. Value for money wise, that is simply phenomenal. And if you've got that, you've got the ability to be able to create that beautiful card, which has won our demo of the day. It'll show up on the Crafting Walk of Fame, and it could be crowned as our winner at the end of the week. A big, big thank you to Jan for the amazing demos today and just for a brilliant day. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourself.
I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. That goes without saying. I always say to people, it's not like coming to work anymore, Ben. I just love it, and I love being able to share it with you guys. So thank you for joining us today. I'm back again on Sunday. Got that mixed media stuff again on Sunday with all those new Cosmic Shimmer products, so keep your eyes peeled. Yep.
Jan, thank you so much. Big thank you to all the team as well, as per usual, working very hard. Tracy working her socks off out there. George squared in the gallery too. And a big thank you to all you guys too for taking part and getting involved in all the shows. Hopefully you've loved them today. Lots coming up tomorrow here on Crafters TV. So let's give you a bit of an idea as to what is on the way. Of course, we kickstart things with your wake-up call midday here in the UK, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, giving you a sneak peek as to what is coming up. And then another craft along, myself and Debbie Robinson. You know these shaped word dies, and these are coming up tomorrow. You're going to be able to put together an amazing project with myself and Debbie tomorrow from 3 UK time, 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Have a brilliant rest of your Tuesday. Thanks for joining us here on Crafters TV. I am off for a crisp sandwich, a potato chip sandwich out of the county. I'll see you tomorrow.